Israel did 9/11, Charlie.
Oh, they did. Wow.
Why are we in the middle? I served. Why were we in the Middle East?
Divide and conquer. I'm going to jump back in time a little bit. I was talking about the PNAC when it was signed September 2000, 1 year before 9/11, 1 year. And they wrote down, some people know about the PNAC, the Project for the 11th Century, signed by dual nationals, America and one other country. I ain't going to say you can work it out, all right, yeah? Signed. We need a new Pearl Harbor and named all the countries to go into. English, Irish, Scotch and Welsh, black and white unite, all right? We're together in this fight, and we don't want any more divide and conquer BS. They've given us all our lives. All our lives. Let me tell you, Sal, I'm just doing this now. Right, something I've thought of like yesterday, right? When I was a kid, when I was a little kid, I was at my auntie's in London, Irish Lady Sally, and the back garden. On one side of the garden was all these black ants. Now what I'm going to say might sound a bit cruel. I'm not a cruel person, I am a nice person. When I was a kid, whatever, early 70s, but I'd done a little experiment. On the other side of the garden was loads, thousands of red ants, which you don't see anymore, but you used to, you know what I mean? The red ants, the black ants. And I thought, I know what I'm going to do. I fill like saucepans with warm, all right, bloody hot water, all right, yeah? And I walked into the garden. I thought, I want them to meet. I want them to see what happens, like. So I was pouring the hot water one side, the other side with the red ants. And I got them to meet in the middle of the garden. There were thousands, it was unbelievable, it was a weird experience. I never forgot it. And I knew there was something important about it. I look for signs, I do. They ended up having this war, this biggest battle of all time, and I just sat back and watched. I thought, amazing, they didn't know who I was, and I made them go to war. I think that's what the powers that shouldn't be do to you and me. They divide and conquer to control.
Israel did 9/11, Charlie.
Oh, they did. Wow.
Why are we in the middle? I served. Why were we in the Middle East?
Our government and every one of its bureaucracies and every one of its agencies in all of our universities and every one of our institutions at every level of government, whether it be federal, state, local, community, county, or city or town, and all of our public schools, all are led by people who say that they are Jews. And that, to me, people should notice.
I want to thank you, Democrats and Republicans, for your common support for Israel, year after year, decade after decade. No matter on which side of the aisle you sit, you stand with Israel.
7-7 with the Barbar Sea. And Peter Power.
And it was a long time. Just to get this right, you were actually working today on an exercise that envisioned virtually this scenario.
Almost precisely. I was up until 2 o'clock this morning because it's our job, my own company, Advisor Consultants. We specialize in helping people to get their crisis management response. How do you jump from slow time thinking to quick time doing? And we chose a scenario with their assistance, which is based on a terrorist attack because they're very close to a property occupied by Jewish businessmen. They're in the city, and there are more American banks in the city than there are in the whole of New York. A logical thing to do. And I've still got the...
I was going to say, how extraordinary today must feel for you as it unfolds. You mentioned a few moments ago there our experience with Irish Republican terrorism.
Well, he should have went and bought a lottery ticket that day, Peter Power. Inside job. Inside job. So obviously the people who got the blame for it didn't do it. So who did?
How can they be doing drills at the same free stations that blown up? And he started laughing as he said it.
I've been false flag attack 12 years ago in this country. I've been talking about it
abuse, losing my life. People join me. No one's fucking joined me. There you go. It's time, isn't it? Get on your phone, just put it down. The next person next to you, Peter Power 77. Anthony Force Flag Attack. It's 1.5 minutes long. Listen to it. The person next to you, just do it. Do it. Peter Power.
I'm not saying he was involved in it. I'm saying he wasn't pulled in for questioning or people around him. Now, the thing about it is...
But when he come on Sky and said what he'd said...
Oh, well, he went on a few channels. That was
Right.
BBC, the bit I'll show you.
Why do you think he done that?
I think they're laughing at us.
When you have a cut in your body, and that cut, it has an infection, you have to take out the infection. When you take out the infection, then it'll be clean again.
In terms of cleaning out this infection, as you call it, what would you like to see happen to the over 1 million Palestinians that live there?
I think there are many nations, including Ireland and England, who would welcome them to come and live in their
mass deportations to other countries.
Yeah.
Israel did 9/11, Charlie.
Oh, they did. Wow.
Why are we in the middle? I served.
Explain
Why were we in
that.
the Middle East?